What is the best piece of advice that you received about raising twins? I asked this question to dozens of twin parents, and I share some of their best answers today on the video. Hey everybody, my name is Joe Rawlinson. I'm the founder of dadsguidetotwins.com, where I help you survive and thrive as a father of twins. As you may know, or as you may be about to find out, raising twins is not an easy task. So I asked dozens of parents of twins, what is some of the advice that they received that was most valuable along their twin parenting journey? Let's dive into some of their answers and how they might apply to you. Michelle Rich Crumley says, keep a log for the first year. When they sleep, when they eat, how much, and they poo. Doctors always ask for that information. I just hand over the notes. Too sleep deprived to remember. Solid advice. Keep a log of everything those first several months with your twins because the doctors need to know it. You need to know the patterns and the routines to help plan your schedule and help keep them up in sync. And you're not going to remember all that information in your head. So write it down. Jordan McGreevy says, dress them different. They are two people, not a pair. Okay, now dressing your twins the same or different can kind of have some heated debates about that. We have identical twin girls, and we specifically chose not to dress them alike, principally so that others could tell them apart. They may have had similar patterns of clothing or similar styles of clothing, but they were always different colors, so people could tell at a glance which twin was which twin. We always dressed one twin in warmer colors and the other twin in cooler colors. As they grew older, started having opinions about what they wore, that stuff got thrown out the window and they wore whatever they wanted to wear. But you decide what works best for you and your twins. Taryn Lee Holmes says, routine, 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 and let some of the house duties slip. There will be time to do them later. Don't stress about your house looking pristine during the first year. Lower your expectations. I wholeheartedly agree with that. We found great success in keeping our girls on the same schedule, feeding schedule, sleeping schedule, and that made life a lot easier. We knew what to expect. They knew what to expect. We can plan our days more easily when they were on the same schedule. Trenley's other point of letting stuff go is also a very important point to remember. You can't do everything, especially when you're in the trenches in that first year with your twins, just keeping your head above water. Some stuff is going to slip, particularly chores around the house, keeping things tidy. Throw all that stuff out the window because you're just going to survive every day, and that's okay. That stuff will come back in time. You'll get back into a more manageable routine as the twins become more self-sufficient. But it's okay to let stuff go by the wayside, just not your twins. Amy says, if someone offers help, take it. Never turn away a helping hand. Also, schedule and routine are key in the early days. Amy's advice is spot on. If you can recruit everybody to come help you with your twins, do it. Grandparents, your siblings, aunts and uncles, the neighbors, babysitter, whomever can be coming over and helping you with those infant twins will be a huge lifesaver. Don't be too proud and say, well, I can do everything myself. Yes, you can do everything yourself, but you're going to be really, really tired. You and your partner are going to be exhausted. So if you can get some help, it's going to go a long way to improving your quality of life. For the first 2 months with our girls, we had somebody in the house with us to assist in the nighttime care of our girls. It was either my mother-in-law, my brother-in-law, a good friend that we had come stay with us for a while. That way, 2 adults could wake up in the night and feed the babies, and the third adult could sleep. And that sleep was huge. You knew every 3 nights you were going to get a full night's sleep, and that made all the difference in the quality of our life those first couple months. So if you can recruit family to come stay with you, or if you have it in your budget to get a night nurse or a nanny or something of that fashion, by all means go for it because the help is needed. Jeff Marvin says, never give one child more attention than the other. Okay, this advice is spot on. Doesn't mean it's easy, but it is spot on. Your twins are unique individuals. They have their own unique personalities and needs and wants, and you have to make sure that you are kind of divvying up your attention between the two of them. You may find yourself gravitating more towards one twin over the other twin, particularly if one twin is more needy than the other twin, more demanding of your time. They will kind of suck up that time and attention. So you have to be kind of conscious about how you're dividing up your time between your twins. One thing that my wife and I did is we would take turns who would feed which baby, who would take care of which baby, which infant. And through that rotation, we were able to build a bond with each of our children equally. As the twins got older, you'd have more one-on-one opportunities where you could take just one of the twins out of the house with you to go run an errand or spend time together or go out to dinner or to lunch together. And that way you're able to make sure that you're giving love and attention and affection to each of your twins individually. Chris Jackson says, everything comes in phases, so remind yourself that when it's a difficult phase, it too shall pass, and you will move on to another phase. With twins, you go through these intense seasons of let's say heavy lifting, right? They're both in diapers. They both need around-the-clock care and feeding. It can be overwhelming, but that season passes, and they start to sleep through the night. Then they may be teething, and they have some sleep regression, and they're waking up more in the night, and it's kind of miserable for a while, but that too passes. Their teeth come in, and they're fine. They start sleeping through the night again. Let's fast forward to potty training. It's a mess. They're peeing on the floor in their pants. You just can't quite get them to get in that routine of using the potty. That too shall pass. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. If you ever need some perspective to think about, just think, okay, will my twins still be wearing diapers when they go off to college? No, they won't. They'll have figured out the potty training thing by then for sure. Always take the long view and realize, okay, this is just a temporary thing. It may last a few nights, a few weeks, a few months, but then we're going to get through it, and we're going to be fine on the other side. Deidre Lee Powers says, learn your kids and realize that all babies are different. Do what works for you and your family. There is no specific set of rules on how to do it right. Deidre is 100% correct on this. I share what works for our twins. I'm sharing what has worked for other twin parents. You'll hear it from your friends or family that have had twins. Those are just kind of guidelines and frameworks of ways that you can handle the raising of your twins, how you can tackle some of the problems that you'll face. But the reality is that your situation is unique. Your family is unique. Your twins are unique. They're very different from each other, and they're different from other kids that you may have had already. And they're different from the families that have twins that you know. They're different from my twins. Take the advice that you receive, take the advice that you've learned about in this video, and then try to apply it in your situation with your twins. And then don't be afraid to adapt, to change it, to improvise, to try new things, to see what works, what sticks with your twins. Some things are going to work. Some of the advice that you've received is going to be perfect. It's going to help you through a lot of things. Other times you're going to get some advice. You're going to try it with your twins. It just doesn't work. You're going to say, why doesn't this work? Everybody told me I should try this. You try it again. Still doesn't work. And if you keep finding yourself in that spot where you're trying something over and over again, it's not working, try something else. Pivot in a different direction and try something that may work with your twins. As time goes on, you get more and more accustomed to your twins' individual needs and personalities and quirks and what they like and what they don't like. And then you can adjust your parenting intentionally to help them through those challenges. Okay, so how about you? What's some of the best advice that you have received about raising twins? Go ahead and leave a comment on this video and share with us what you've learned along the way or what you heard about while you're expecting twins that has helped you immensely. And if you want a consolidated guide on how to survive and thrive as a father of twins, go ahead and pick up my book, Dad's Guide to Raising Twins. You can learn more about that book at raisingtwinsbook.com. While you're here, check out some of these other videos for practical tips and tricks on preparing for and raising your twins. Thank you so much for being here. If this video has been helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss another video to help you along your twin parenting journey. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.